So I'm gonna be installing these blue radiator hoses I bought from an eBay post for $44.99, which is cheaper than the Z1 Motorsport color hoses. And the only downside is it just takes a month for it to arrive. And these are it right here. I know it says it's for the 3.7 VQ37 VHR, but it'll still fit your G35 VQ35 HR. You can see right now I'm about to show y'all the Z1 Motorsport hoses are on sale right now for $84.99, and that is still more than what I paid for the hoses I got. And the original price is $100, which is, still more expensive. And another good thing is that the ones I bought have other colors. They have more options, multiple colors right there, you can see. And it also fit. This is also for EX35, EX37, QX50, even I think Q60. So right here, I start off by taking out the intakes, whichever, depends what kind you have. And this is the top hose right here that you want to focus on first. 2 clamps. I actually have a worm clamp and a OEM clamp on it, so just whatever clamps you have, just you want to use a flathead or some pliers, to remove the butterfly clamps, which are better. Right here, you will need some coolant. I have the blue Nissan coolant, which is recommended. So you can see right there, I have a flathead screwdriver taking out the worm clamp. Here, we're using the pliers. We're already installing the top one. The top hose is easy. So we're getting now straight to the bottom hose. So you want to go ahead and remove the reservoir, the cooling reservoir, being held by 2 10mm. Once you remove that, also the hose right there on top, you see, you want to remove it from that it connects to the radiator cap. But right now I'm just pointing at the thermostat. I was pointing at the thermostat that we're also going to be installing. And now you want to go ahead and remove the other side of the air intake, the filter. Well, also first you just need to remove the hose, and there you can see that's the hose. Actually, first let's focus on the hose before the thermostat. But as you can see, we took off the hose, the bottom hose, and I actually didn't record it, but there's a clamp at the bottom that you have to remove. But right here, we're gonna go ahead and start removing the thermostat right here. And I think it's 10mm, 3 of them. There's also a sensor you want to remove. So you remove the sensor to get to one of the bolts. And right here, this is the thermostat after it's been removed. As you can see, this is what a 13-year-old thermostat that's never been replaced looks like. That even the gasket stayed there. You see, you want to make sure you move the gasket, the old one, because the gasket is right there. As you can see, it's all fried, easily breaks. So yeah, it's a good thing we're changing this out. So right here is the new gasket with the part number, in case you want to search it up. And the thermostat right here, part number, old one, and then the new one right to the left. You can see, comparing both of them. So right here, we're just gonna pre-install the gasket with the bolts. And this removing the or installing the new thermostat honestly would be better off with 2 people, as one tries to like wiggle it in while the other is making sure it's going in place, because right here we make mistakes, you see. So I'm able to tell the person helping me out to, it's not leveled. And right here it's all leveled evenly. So this is after it's all been in place. The gaskets and the screws are in place. Hand tightening them first. And I believe we already tightened up the bolts, so now we're just going to go ahead and put the hose. Make sure your clamps are on the hose before you install them. That way, you don't install it and then realize that you didn't put in the clamps. But right here, this is the bottom clamp I was talking about earlier. I didn't record, but there is a clamp back at the bottom. And right here, this is after both have been installed. You just want to go ahead and put the reservoir back. Put the two 10 millimeters, plug the hose that connects to the radiator cap back. Put your air intakes filters back on right here. Go ahead and grab your coolant and start filling it back up. And I didn't do a flush, by the way.